Hi Reddit, I'm 28F, and if you think your family drama is bad, let me walk you through mine. At 16, I got kicked out. Not for drugs, not for crime. I got kicked out because I told my mom I didn't want to raise my baby sister anymore. Yeah, that's it. I was working part-time at a diner and still making better grades than anyone in my class. But my mom wanted me to come home every day, cook, clean, feed her toddler, and basically act like a live-in maid while she worked late and partied with her new boyfriend. I finally snapped one day when I came home and the kid had been sitting in her own diaper for who knows how long. I said, "I'm done. This is your daughter, not mine." My mom looked at me, dead in the eye, and said, "Then get the hell out." I left with one backpack and $213 in cash. Fast forward. I fought like hell to finish school. Slept on couches. Waitressed. Got my GED. Then worked 2 jobs until I got certified in dental hygiene. I saved every cent. No vacations. No extras. Just grind. By 26, I bought a 2-bedroom house. It's not huge, but it's mine. Paid the down payment myself. No loans. No co-signers. No help. That was the first time my mom contacted me again. "Wow, look at you. I always knew you'd land on your feet. Let's catch up." I didn't fall for it, but I was civil. I let her visit once. She didn't stop talking about the kitchen island, how it was perfect for entertaining, and how it must feel nice to have space. I felt the warning signs. I should have shut it down right there. But you know how it goes. Guilt, curiosity, that little part of you that still wants approval. Then my little sister, the same one I helped raise before getting dumped like trash, calls me. She's 21 now, pregnant, living with her boyfriend, a walking red flag. No job, no license, already got kicked out of 2 apartments. She wants to talk. I agreed to meet her for coffee. What she really wants. To move in, just for a little while. I say no. She whines. "But Mom said you'd help me. She said you have plenty of room." I tell her I'm not responsible for fixing their choices. She storms out. Calls me heartless. Tells me I owe her. Next thing I know, Mom's on the phone again. Crying. Saying I'm letting my sister live on the street. And don't I remember what it was like to be alone? I hang up. 2 nights later, someone tries to break into my house. I catch them on my ring cam. Guess who it was? Her boyfriend. With a crowbar. So yeah, her boyfriend tried to break in. With a crowbar. I caught the whole thing on my ring cam. His hoodie up, face half covered, but it was him. I knew it. And he wasn't even being sneaky. Dude stood on my porch yanking at the doorknob like it was his damn apartment. I called the cops. Filed a report. Next day, I get a text from my sister. "You didn't have to go that far. He was just trying to get some of my stuff." "Your stuff? You never lived here." I told her, "Tell him to try that again, and I'll make sure he ends up in jail." Her response? "You've always been jealous of me." That's when I lost it. Jealous? Jealous? I was homeless at 16 because you existed. I raised you like a second mom, while our actual mom bar hopped and let strangers crash on the couch. I was washing your sheets while trying to finish geometry homework. But sure, let's pretend I'm the villain here. Then it gets worse. 2 days later, my mom shows up at my house. Not a call, not a text, just knocks on my door like nothing's wrong. "Sweetie, let's talk," she says. I don't even open the screen door. I say, "Your daughter's boyfriend tried to break into my home." She waves it off. "He was drunk. It was a mistake. Don't ruin his future over this." "Oh, I'm sorry. Was almost robbing me, just a youthful misunderstanding." I tell her to leave, or I'll call the cops again. She flips the switch. Instantly. "You always think you're better than us. Just because you bought a little house. That doesn't make you special." Then she drops it. "That house should have been your sister's." I said, "Excuse me? You don't even have a family. You're alone. She has a baby coming. You're wasting space." That's when it clicked. This wasn't just about help. They didn't want temporary shelter. They wanted my house. She says, "You can move into a smaller place. Something that fits your lifestyle. Give her and the baby a chance." I slammed the door in her face. She stayed outside yelling for 10 minutes. Said she was calling the family. Said everyone would know how cold I'd become. That night, my aunt texted me. "Whatever happened between you and your mom, maybe it's time to let go of the past and step up." Step up? You people stepped over me for years. You think it ended there? Nah, because 2 days later, I got a letter in the mail. From a lawyer. The letter? from some budget attorney downtown, printed on cheap paper like it was from an inkjet printer in a strip mall. It had the nerve to say I was unlawfully denying housing to a family member during a health crisis. Health crisis equals my sister's pregnancy. The letter urged me to consider transferring ownership or granting a permanent tenancy agreement to my sister and her domestic partner for the sake of the unborn child. I read it twice. I almost laughed. Almost. Instead, I scanned it and emailed it to my actual lawyer. He called me 5 minutes later. This is a bluff. Not even a good one. Apparently, they were trying to push me into signing some BS family tenancy contract under pressure. My lawyer said it wouldn't hold up in court, but if I ignored it, they might try something dumber. Spoiler, they did. But I'll get to that. First, I sent my mom and sister a group message. You both crossed the line. This is now illegal. Do not contact me again unless it's through a lawyer. I am not your backup plan. My mom responded instantly. So cold. I didn't raise you like this. Right? She didn't raise me at all. My sister sent. You'll regret this when you're old and alone. They really thought emotional blackmail would work after everything. But it didn't stop there. Because guess what happened next? My locks were tampered with. I came home from work, and the deadbolt felt stiff. Like someone had tried to jam something into it. Sure enough, when I checked the ring footage, there it was. Her boyfriend. Again. This time in broad daylight, hoodie down, hands all over my front door. He left when a neighbor came outside. I called the cops again. Filed another report. This time I pressed charges. And when they picked him up, guess who came storming into the station? My mom, yelling that this was just a family misunderstanding and that I was ruining my sister's future. Cops didn't care. They had footage, a report, my prior complaints. But you know what pissed me off? While I was inside filing paperwork, my car got keyed. Big, ugly scratch down the passenger side. Deep, like someone wanted to leave a mark. I knew who it was, but I didn't have proof. Yet, that was the moment I realized they weren't just desperate. They were willing to destroy everything just to make me bend. So I made a decision. If they want war, let's go. So yeah, war. I wasn't just defending my house anymore. I was defending my sanity. The next morning, I filed for a no-contact order against my sister's boyfriend. My lawyer said it'd be fast-tracked since he was now officially facing 2 separate reports, both back with video. We filed it, and I posted the news to Facebook. No sugarcoating. If you show up to my property with a crowbar, you don't get a second chance. Stay away from my house, or the next time won't be a warning. That's when the family chat blew up. My cousin called me dramatic. My aunt said I was overreacting. My mom? She posted a status tagging my full name. Some people forget who raised them. Some people forget blood. Comment section went wild. Sympathy. Fake tears. People saying I should have been more understanding. One guy even wrote, "She's pregnant. What kind of monster kicks out a pregnant girl?" I didn't reply. Instead, I went nuclear. I posted screenshots, the crowbar footage, the tampered lock, the first lawyer letter, all of it. Then I added, I was kicked out at 16 for refusing to be my mom's unpaid babysitter. Now I'm being harassed for not handing over my house to my sister's jobless boyfriend, who's already tried breaking in twice. Boom. People flipped. Old teachers commented. Friends I hadn't talked to in years. My boss even emailed me, saying, "Saw your post. If you need time off to handle this, take it." You know who stayed quiet? My mom, for the first time in weeks. But silence wasn't peace. Not with her. 2 days later, a random white SUV pulled up outside my house at 2 a.m. Didn't honk. Didn't leave. Just idled for 20 minutes. Lights off. Engine running. When I stepped onto the porch with my phone recording, it drove off. I reported it. I upgraded my security cameras. I got motion sensors installed. New locks. Bars for the sliding doors. Full alarm system. Because if they were going to treat me like a target, I'd act like one and make damn sure they knew they picked the wrong house. Then the final insult came. A certified letter, signed by both my mother and my sister. It said, "Due to your unstable behavior and hostility toward family, we are pursuing legal recourse to place your home in a family trust for the benefit of the baby." They were trying to take my house. Legally. Not rent. Not borrow. Not crash temporarily. Take it. You think I broke down? No. I got louder. So yeah, They really tried to steal my house. Through some made-up family trust nonsense that they had no legal grounds for. I handed the letter to my lawyer. He laughed out loud, like full belly laugh in his office. Unless you voluntarily sign your home over. This is trash, he said. But you should still get ahead of it. People like this love to escalate. And escalate they did. My sister posted a crying video online. One of those shaky, fake cry clips where she says she's scared for her baby and her own sister is trying to make her homeless. She tagged me. Full name. Address blurred, but just enough details that locals started figuring out who I was. I woke up to DMs. Hundreds. Some people offered support. Most were disgusting. People telling me I was a cold *th, jealous, heartless. One guy messaged, "You deserve to rot alone." But here's where they really screwed up. My sister said, I was supposed to inherit the house after college. It was always part of the plan. Oh, really? Because I bought this house 4 years before she even got into college. I posted the purchase date, the deed, the closing statement, everything. Then I added, if this was always the plan, why wasn't I ever told? Why did you break in with a crowbar instead of knocking? Why are you trying to scam people online? I exposed the GoFundMe they made too. Yeah, they launched one. Help us secure safe housing for the baby. Raised $4,000 in a week. I reported it. So did 10 other people. It got flagged and shut down. People started turning. Fast. Even family members who were quiet started texting me on the side. I didn't know it was this bad. Your mom said you gave them permission. I feel sick. I donated. Turns out my mom told people I agreed to give the house, that I just changed my mind at the last minute. She painted me as unstable, selfish, bitter. You know what I did next? I scheduled an interview with a local reporter. I showed her the police reports, the ring footage, the legal letters, the GoFundMe, every last document. The piece aired 2 nights later. Headline: Homeowner targeted by family in alleged property scam, caught on camera. They blurred my face, but made it clear what happened. Guess what happened next? Lex's boyfriend got dropped from his probation program. My mom's job? Called her in for a conduct review. And my sister? She went dark. Account deleted. No posts. No sob videos. But just when I thought it was finally dying down, a knock on my door. Child Protective Services. Yeah, CPS. A woman with a clipboard and badge at my door. Friendly but firm. Hi. We receive a report about an unsafe living environment for an unborn child. We need to ask a few questions. I laughed. Right in her face. Not because it was funny, because I couldn't believe how far they were willing to go. I let her in. My house. Spotless. No baby. No crib. No anything child-related. Because, again, I don't have kids and never agreed to house anyone else's. She walked through every room. Took notes. Asked questions like, do you currently have minors living with you? Are you expecting anyone to move in? I answered everything calmly. Showed her the police reports, the ring footage, the cease and desist letter, the GoFundMe scam, the damn TV segment. She nodded, quietly. Then she said something I'll never forget. This isn't the first call we've had like this in this neighborhood. People weaponize CPS more than you'd think. She left. Later that day, I got an email, case closed. No follow-up needed. I screenshotted it. Posted it. Nice try. Next time use a real concern. Not a fake baby in a house that's not yours. My inbox blew up. Turns out I wasn't the only one they tried this with. 3 messages. All women. All local. All had crossed my mom or sister in some way. Old coworkers, a landlord, even a girl my sister went to high school with. All got CPS called on them over stupid, personal drama. I compiled their stories. Forwarded them to the reporter who covered me. She replied, we're working on a follow-up piece. And that's when things really imploded. Lex's boyfriend got arrested again. Violated probation. His mugshot hit Facebook. You can guess the comment section. People roasted him. My mom's job put her on indefinite leave. My sister? She finally called me. Blocked number. I picked up just to hear will I she try next. She sobbed. You ruined our lives. I lost everything. I said, we didn't lose anything. You just got caught. Then she said the one thing I never expected. Just sign it over. You're not even using the second bedroom. Please. That's when I realized she still didn't get it. This wasn't about a room. It wasn't about the baby. It wasn't even about help. It was about control. Always had been. So I told her, clear and final. I don't know you, SHD. I don't know, Mom. SHD, stay the hell away from my house. Then I hung up. Next morning, letter in my mailbox. Lawsuit. So yeah, a full-blown lawsuit. Filed in county court. Claiming emotional damages, verbal abuse, and denial of promised property transfer. Promised by who? Not me. They attached screenshots of texts taken completely out of context. One where I said, I want to help, but I can't house you. Another where I told my mom, I'm tired of being treated like I owe you everything. My lawyer saw the filing and just sighed. They're desperate. This is a fishing expedition. We filed a countersuit the next day for harassment, attempted fraud, property damage, and defamation. I wasn't scared anymore. I was furious. Court day came. They showed up dressed like it was Sunday church. My sister cried on the stand. Told the judge I led her on, made her believe she had a home, then snatched it away when she needed it most. The judge asked, did she ever put anything in writing? A lease? A contract? No. Were you ever given keys to the property? No. Were you ever promised ownership in any legal form? No. Boom. Case dismissed. Ours? Still pending. But their lawyer already started asking for a settlement. Too late. You want to sue me for my own house? You better be ready to lose yours. After court, I walked out, didn't even look back. My mom stood outside the courthouse like she was waiting for an apology. I walked right past her. That was the last time I saw either of them. It's been 6 months. No more break-ins. No random cars. No crying voicemails. The house is quiet. Secure. Mine. And yeah, I'm alone. But it's peaceful. No guilt. No drama. No fake family love with a price tag on it. Just silence. And trust me, Reddit, that silence, is worth more than any second bedroom.